Hey peeps, welcome back to the Imprisoned Spirits. Last time we landed in this level and there were spirits that were blowing themselves up, but this is fine. I think this is a positive thing. They are setting themselves free. So that's what I think is happening with the spirits in this game. So let me show you what's what in this area. So we've got a receptacle here for a bloodstone, which will open that gate there. Also, there's just some flares right here in this corner. There's also two receptacles here for water stones, here and here. And now you want to jump into the water. If you slide down, you will hit rocks and have a little bit of damage taken off you. So you can either go left or right in the water, doesn't matter which, but firstly we're going to be collecting those two water stones. So I first chose to go to the right after jumping in, so there's this gate here, and to open this gate you just want to climb out right here, and the lever is literally right here. Okay. So come on in, and across the way on a pedestal is one of the water stones that we need. So we do actually need to raise a couple of blocks in this very obvious death water so that we can then use the monkey bars. So just to the right there is a ladder. So we're going to use this to climb up to the opening you can just see on the right hand side. And there is a tile, you just saw it before the camera angle changed, that's a spike trap. So don't drop onto that, there is absolutely no reason to drop down anyway, so to me it seems a bit irrelevant, because you will most likely just fall straight into the death water and die anyway. Okay, so once you are in, just drop and there is this lever. So that's raised blocks so that we can use the monkey bars, and now this block has now raised above the spike trap so that we can easily run and jump out of here. Nice. So run and jump to here and to the monkey bars. And one thing I'll point out is in this particular level, this is a time to plant, and there's not actually any enemies. So you do want to be careful about your saving, because sometimes you don't think to save and you will probably fall and die or make a silly mistake. So be aware of that. So anyway, easily jump across and grab the first water stone. And now make your way back the way you came. Okay, so drop down at the end, make sure you are on the last tile, and then you can run and jump straight back across. And the gate will open, so don't be worried about the gate being closed. And now make your way to the opposite side. So as I've said, it doesn't matter which water stone you go for first. You could have got this one second. Okay, so climb out here at these steps. And what have we got over here? Well, there's another water stone over there, but that's actually not the one we're going to pick up right now. We're going to get that later on. There's a gate that needs a spirit stone. There's a gate to the right that is a return path, so don't be worrying about trying to get that open. That's where we're going to be coming from at some point. And now start climbing up these slopes. You see we've got another gate right here, so just ignore it, and you might want to walk if you don't know where the slopes are. So from this point we're going to jump to the flat bit that's just around this wall. So when you're at the point, take one step back and then hop back so you can do a running jump, because sometimes you still hit the slope on a running jump. Okay, so hop to here and we can head up to this section. And now around the back of this giant block, climb on up, and here is our second water stone. Easy peasy. So now we can go back and place them. So to get back to our starting point, you just want to come to this side of this higher area and run and jump downward. And this jump can be a little tricky. You want to do a standing jump, but you still want to keep holding the forward button to make sure that you do make that jump, but there is a chance you will just run straight off and slide back down into the water. So to avoid that, you can do a swan dive up to here. Just go and contradict what I've just said. And there we go. Okay, and then you can do a standing jump to here. And now you can run and jump to there. Never mind, I'll just try again. I'll actually have to go all the way back around. Whoa. What is happening today? Okay, so you should be able to do a running jump, but let's do a standing jump. There we go. Okay, and just place your 2 water stones. Okay, so what did that do? That opened the gate directly across the way, so let's head over there. So again, back into the water. And we're going to head up those slopes again to try and reach the doorway. And in we come. So there are a lot of pits here, so if we have a look, we've got these tiles on, well, they're not all on one side, they're mixed, but there's these tiles and there's the skull tiles around the room. The idea is we want to release boulders so that they open the gates straight ahead, and it's actually the skull tiles you want to stand on. This is quite misleading. But if you hop onto them, the boulders are released and they fall into the holes. So do that to all of them and the gate will open. Cool beans. So this might be a good place to save. Okay, so in here there's this gate that needs a bloodstone. There's this odd block here, but this is not a movable block. This is a block that needs to be removed, if you know what I mean. You'll get what I mean when we do it. So also up on that high ledge above Laura's head, you can just see torches. So we can see we've got a torch puzzle here. So the idea is to light the torch there and then light the other block right there. So that's what we're going to do right now. So you'll want to start climbing. You can start at this odd block. Okay, and hop to here. And then run and jump to here. And you can either do a half tile jump or a standing jump here. If you do a standing jump, don't forget to grab. And then you can pick up a torch, but do not jump on this spot because this flame will set you on fire. I tried to look up, but she hopped back. That's fine. So now you can light the torch. Okay, and like this, careful not to step onto these blocks and set yourself on fire. So what did that do? That removed this block, and we can pull the lever now behind there. And it's not obvious what this lever did, but it's raised that block up on that ledge there. So now we're going to make our way there, see what we can do once we get up there. So from the ground level, it's actually not easy to see what we can be doing. So run and jump now over to here. Okay, so just keep climbing. And from here, if we have a look where we can now go, we can see that we do have a spirit stone there, along with a Clive. He's not really for much use, but there in the tree, let me get my binoculars. There are spirits in that tree. That looks so cool and so creepy. But from here, we actually want to do a half tile jump. So we've not got the full length of tile here, but sometimes for some reason, in my last few practices, not to start with, but at the end of my practices, she would not do the half tile jump straight over to there. So if you are struggling as well, you can jump to this ledge, and then you can make your way over to here. And now just grab the spirit stone, and the spirits will release themselves. Okay, so before you hop down, there is a small medpack across the way, so you just want to go grab that. Okay, and make your way straight back the way you came. And any ledges like this that have a slope at one side, you actually want to be careful because the mechanics don't really work out, especially in this game. I don't know whether it's all games or most games. I've never noticed it before playing this game. But if you are all the way forward and you hop back to do a running jump, if you are at the slope section, you'll actually hop off backwards, you know, straight off the back kind of thing. And I don't know why, but just be careful, so try to avoid the sloped bit. Okay. And now to get down safely, you can do the fake grab. And again, here we go. So after you pick up the spirit stone, this bloodstone will appear on the pedestal. So don't forget to pick it up. And then we can use it so that we can leave this room. So now just follow the passage down. Okay, so in here we have a load of slopes, and there's gates at the bottom of the slopes. The idea is we've got this lever just on the right hand side near me, and that will release a load of boulders. You can just see the grate straight above with a boulder, so that releases boulders above all the slopes, and they will be stopped by the gates at the bottom of the slopes. So just go ahead and pull the lever, because we're just setting ourselves up for the next part. And pulling the lever also opens this gate so that we can leave here. And now we are back here and we can use our spirit stone. Nice. So head on in, and you want to save just at the top here because there will be a boulder trap. So run down, and when you hear the boulders, then you can start sprinting. And you do want to let go in time because there is this gap you want to hop over. That's a spike trap. And now it's fine. It is fine. So continue following the passage. And now there's this room. So obvious lever is obvious, but first let me explain what's happening in this room. So let me come to one side so I can properly show you. If we look up there, that's an entire different room. So you can just see there are gates on the wall of that section, on the ceiling. So that room inside there is where we released all the boulders, and the gates are where they are stuck. So now we need to find the levers to release them furthermore. So we did already see one. Here it is. And just be careful you don't run into any boulders. Where's this one? There it is. So what that lever did is actually raise that column straight in front. So we can't actually reach that yet, that's too high. But we do want to pull another lever that's in this area. Okay, so here is the lever just behind the block in the corner. So that has actually raised the little block next to it. So now we can start climbing upwards. So our end result is actually to get that gate right there open. So we've got to pull a load of levers to do that. So just run and jump to this ledge. And now, where we've got an open gate on this side, we can actually make our way into there. And we can come out of the other side because we've released another boulder on that side. So I believe it's this middle one. Yes it is, so just come straight through. Run and jump to the ledge. And there are two levers here, so you can see one on the left and one on the right. So obviously pull this first one that we can get to. Next gate is open. And now we can reach that lever. So just do a running jump to there, and don't forget when your back is to a lever on a wall, it actually is in your way for a running jump. So make sure you are not standing right in front of a lever. Okay. So the main gate is not open yet, but this gate has opened. So just pull this lever, and that has opened the main gate, and be careful because, whoops, because the last boulder actually releases right there in front of the gate. So mind that one. So now we can head back up to the gate. Okay, and head on in. So we can see we have another bloodstone right there. So here's another sloped section, so just be careful. Okay, so a quick save just in case it goes wrong, but do a running jump here. And then you can stand on here so that you can then reach this bloodstone. So picking that up has opened that gate so that we can leave. So just jump back. It might seem like an awkward jump because it's not quite lined up, and there is this wall on the right hand side. There we go. And then run and jump to the exit. Okay, so now just follow this round and just be careful because there's a hole, but we are back on the slope where we were being chased by the boulder. So now you can just follow it back up, back to where we entered. And we have the bloodstone. So make your way back to our starting point. We can use the bloodstone right over there, don't forget, where we landed in this level. So don't forget, at this point take one step back and then don't do a failed running jump because she seemed to get stuck. So one step back and then a hop back for a running jump. Ooh. Okay. So run and jump to these slopes. Whoop. Buttons. Okay, and then you can standing jump to here, and then try and jump to here. A running jump was not successful the first time round. Okay, so now place the bloodstone. So you can see there we need a bloodstone to open that gate, and once we cross the threshold, there will be a flyby. Okay, so George is here. We have George back with us. And I did get a comment, I believe it was on my blind play channel, that may or may not be deleted by the time this is uploaded. But they said that they think George might actually be a female. So, sorry George, if you're a lady. My bad, I made a terrible mistake. I will continue to call him or her George, but if you prefer, just think of it as Georgina. So anyway, just run and jump to this middle section, don't land in the fire. You could go around, but the trigger tile to get George to come over to this gate is somewhere on that center block thing. And we need George to open the gate. He needs to light the wall lamp. Sounded like I said wall lamp. Wall lamp. So here he comes, very slowly. Come on, got tombs to raid. Okay, so in we come. If we come to here, we have a torch on the ground, so we don't really know what's going on yet. But here's George. Sorry, I ran ahead a bit. Aha! Okay, this is what the deal is. So now just grab the torch and you can light it on the tree and you will not get set on fire, so don't be worried about getting too close. And if you turn around you can see an unlit wall lamp up there, and that's what we're doing. We want to light that. So throw your torch onto the odd block and that can be raised. So the lever is right around this corner to raise that block. And we can climb up. Okay, so while we're up here, we can see that we need a water gem, and there are these two random blocks here. So now just grab the torch wherever it may have landed. And we need a second water gem as well. But just light the torch. And we have a bloodstone that has revealed itself to us. So pick that up and try not to fall off. But, you know, drop down safely, and we're going to go use the bloodstone. So come back the way you came. We did see the receptacle, I did point it out. Okay, here we are. And we can hop into this water. So let me just show you first that on the left hand side there's this passage and there is a closed gate, so that will be something we'll be coming back to. So for now just follow along the passages. You can swim up and out. Okay, so just come over to here and there is a pedestal with a water stone. So this is the one we could see from the other side of these bars. So to get this you actually want to jump and grab in the air, or not. So as you can see, if you stand on these tiles, a block will raise around the pedestal and you cannot get the water stone. So to get rid of that you just want to stand on this tile. And try and do it better this time. Oh, nearly. What's wrong with her jumps today? Anyway, now we can come over to this lever here. So this is a timed lever and it's going to open the gate that I just showed you. So let me save because it's timed. Okay, pull the lever, hop into the water. And I don't believe I've ever missed this timer, so it seems like it does give you a fair amount of time. Although it's quite easy to have a smooth swim through here, so that's good. And there we go. We have our two water stones, so now let's return so that we can use them. If we can get back up. There we go. Okay, back through. And up the ladder. Okay, so one down. Whoops. Okay, let's try again. So hop the gap and use the second water stone. Okay, so now we can pick up this dragon key, or dragon stone. I can't remember what it's called. Okay, and the door has opened up so we can leave. Good job that was raised. Right. So don't forget we do need 3 of these dragon keys so that we can place them back in the intersecting level. And we've got random water here. Maybe it's for the torch. Not sure, but it's slightly annoying. And we are back in the intersecting level. And we can see that a new door has opened up to the next level. So make your way there. I believe it's a right turn at the intersection. Is this correct? We will find out. Yes, because it took me into the level. Okie dokie. So come in, just make your way across this walkway, this very, very long walkway. We're eventually going to be heading down. That looks quite awesome. So I think this level is called A Time to Weep. But anyway, so we can see we've got 3 gates here, and what we actually want to do is shoot this. So let me just take a step back. We want to shoot the spiky ball. Okay, so we need to shoot that in order for the door over there to open. You can just see it. But it leaves behind this weird thing on the ground, so don't step on that because there will be a lot of explosions and you will lose a lot of health. So I don't understand the idea behind this, but you really do need to shoot that spiky thing to open this door. And inside is the crowbar. Cool. So now we can use it on these doors. I'm firstly going to open this left-hand door of entering the area. And all that's in here is a small medpack. So if you're not bothered, you don't have to. Right, so the gate straight across, that's actually the exit, that leads to the exit, so ignore that until later. It's the middle one where all the action's going to happen. What is going on? So just follow the passage. We have yet another long walkway. Okay, and when we come around the corner we will spawn some wraiths, but just keep coming forward. The T keys to deal with them are literally right here, so this is fine. So in here, 2 doorways and a gate that needs 2 bloodstones. We don't have any at the moment. So come into this first room, and there is this that is slightly off. Come inside, and here's the first bloodstone. Super duper. So now into the next room to get the next bloodstone. There will be a Yeti. So I'm going to go for my shotgun. So don't forget, when it's pounding its chest, you cannot hit it. Cool. Also in this room, take note of that receptacle. So obviously we will be coming back to this area. And the bloodstone, if you look around a bit, you'll see there's a hole in the ceiling right in the middle. So just hop up to the bloodstone. Okay, there is also a secret in this room. So if you notice, the tiles go around the room with one in the centre, but in the far corner on the left side there's an invisible tile, just like the one in the other room. You can just see the pattern behind the tile. It's not as obvious as the first one, but just jump up. And here is our secret. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to use both of the bloodstones and enter that area. Ooh. Overshot. Okay. So follow it all the way down, but be careful at the end because that is where the lava starts. Okay, so we are at the very bottom now. So do a running jump to land here. And I will show you what's what in here. So on the left we have a corpse hand. Whoa, that was close, got a bit close to the edge. And all the way across on the other side is the corpse, where we will place the corpse hand. Also, not too obvious from this angle, but the texture, the pattern in the bricks that goes upwards, there's actually an opening low down, right above Lara's head. So we can get into there. There's a ladder somewhere in the room. Not certain where. But if you do find the ladder, can't remember where it is, but if you do find it, don't climb it while there is lava. Because you will not be able to jump off the ladder, you will just land straight in the lava. But at the top of the ladder is receptacles. Bear with me, my phone is making a lot of noise. At the top of the ladder there is a section to put 2 cogwheels, and one of them is right there. So these are actually called wheels of crying. Okay, so careful with your jump because you can overshoot and land in the lava. And now we can head into the gap in the wall. And it's not obvious how to get into the gap, but we're going to use this. We can jump to here. There we go. And this looks tricky, but I have actually never failed it yet. You want to do a running jump. There we go, into the gap. Okay. And now we can find the ladder wherever it may be. We do have this block that's raised to help us out of this gap. Ah, here is the ladder. Okay, we found it. So you just can't jump off the ladder without landing in the lava. So that's annoying if you've gone up to investigate and you can't get back down. Okay. Oh, that was close. Okay. So here we can use the 2 cogwheels. Okay, so this gate has opened, revealing a lever. Okay, so it showed us the pit of water had drained, but there's no reason to actually show us that. It's got no significance. But it did also show us that the lava has gone. And this is how we get down. Okay, so now there is no lava. We can actually reach the spirit hand, the corpse's hand, and place it. Got lost for a moment. Okay, so grab that. And then it's directly across on the other side. Okay, so when you place this, we will be chased by wraiths, spirits, wraiths, whatever. And so you want to get out of here pretty quick. Okay, when you're ready. So a block actually did raise so that we can leave. It wasn't there before, but it is now. Here we go. And a Yeti will actually come down the slope as we're on our way up. There he is. So just ignore him, make your way up. There we go, and the wraiths will now deal with themselves. Oh, come on. Okay, how many hits did I miss, really? But anyway, you do want to deal with him because he drops the water stone that we want. So that does not go in here. It goes in here. So I do get confused by the lava area because all we really did was go down to make a Yeti appear so that we retrieve the water stone. So it just seems to have no purpose. Okay, so that gate's there. That is our exit. So that is the end of the level. And that is where we're heading. So I feel as though I may have missed a secret. I don't remember. Let me check. Okay, no, this is fine. 4 secrets right now. Okay. So follow the walkway back to where we were. Okay, careful you don't run into the weird thing on the floor, because there will be lots of explosions. And now we can open this last gate that would lead us to that last gate. So again, across another walkway. Okay, here is the ending gate. Just come on in and slide on down. And this is not the intersecting level, this is a brand new place. So this is where I will leave it for today, and I will see you next time. Take it easy, guys and girls.